Welcome back, all you Hoops fans, to the basketball segment of your Sports Beat broadcast. I'm Eddie Fitzgerald. The NBA Finals are here, and I don't want to waste any time. So let's bring on the panel. Joining me back on the program from downtown is JJ Beale. JJ, how are we doing today?
I'm doing great, Eddie. I mean, my 2K player is a three-point specialist, so I'm comfortable downtown.
I'm sure that you are. And to my left, back on the program for a third time, Danny D. Your Lakers are in the finals. You got to be elated. How are you feeling, man?
Eddie, it's ring season.
Oh, you're incorrigible, Danny. But we do not have enough time to sit and talk about ring season because there is so much going on. In games 2 and game 3, JJ, I want to start with you because the Miami Heat's offense has been impeccable without Bam Adebayo. They've been running Olynyk at that center position, sort of playing small ball, and they are at 120 points per 100 possessions in game 2 and game 3. We saw them get the win in game 3. What has been the main importance, the key for this Miami offense?
I mean, the Heat are at their best when Jimmy Butler's a facilitator. I mean, he had a 40-point triple-double in Game 3, and that's what led them to the win. And Danny, I know you like your numbers. When Jimmy Butler kicks it out to Jay Crowder, 63% effective field goal percentage.
I mean, obviously, JJ hit the nail right on the head. Jimmy Butler is leading this team, and it's tearing apart the Lakers, especially in Game 3. He held the ball for almost 12 minutes in Game 3, which was twice his playoff average. And when he's the surgeon at the height of his powers, he's tearing the Lakers apart by forcing switches. There was that big moment at the end of Game 3 when he had LeBron on him. He just casually switched with the defender. He got KCP on him, backed him down, stuck a fadeaway. I mean, that's the level of Jimmy Butler we're seeing. And not only is he scoring, he's distributing. He had 13 assists, and 7 of those assists were for open kick-out threes, like JJ said. And when he's attacking and in aggressive state of mind, he's unstoppable, and that's what Miami needs to ride.
And we've been seeing that because in Game 4, the Lakers made that adjustment and started putting Anthony Davis on Jimmy Butler. Danny, what has the defensive adjustment by this Lakers team in Game 4 really shown you about Frank Vogel and his ability to work on taking out some of the best parts of this Miami offense?
I mean, that Frank Vogel is a severely underrated coach. I mean, he got such a bad rap in Indiana that they thought he couldn't go over the hump of LeBron James. He has the best players in the world at his disposal, and give him credit, he's using them. Anthony Davis held Butler only shoot 1 of 7 when he was his primary defender. I mean, that's just a great move. And like LeBron James said in the post-game interview, it's a game of chess. Vogel is winning that game of chess.
JJ.
I mean, I totally agree. Anthony Davis has been incredible all series with the 92.5 defensive rating. And he's really anchored that Lakers defense and allowed LeBron to maybe slack off a little on the defensive end to save some energy for the offensive end, where he's been a facilitator all series.
Now, JJ, I'm going to go back to you. Without Dwight Howard on the floor, the Lakers are plus 29 and then minus 12 with him on the court. They've been playing him off the court effectively when they have Olynyk in the lineup. But now that Adebayo's back in the lineup, does that help or hurt this team, JJ?
I mean, we saw the Heat switch to a kind of small ball offense without Adebayo, and Anthony Davis has shown he can play against a small ball lineup. And especially in the Rockets series, you saw him take a step forward defensively. So Anthony Davis is the key to that.
The one problem that the Lakers have dominated the Heat on is offensive rebounding, and you need a big guy on the court. While I have reservations about, going away from that small ball style, they need their big guys and they need their best players on the floor, and that's what Adebayo gives them.
Now, LeBron James has been very effective at utilizing the pick and roll, but not necessarily with Anthony Davis. We've seen, I believe, only less than 5 instances of a true LeBron James, Anthony Davis pick and roll so far through the first couple games of this series. JJ, back to you. Is it going to be worth it for this Miami Heat team to constantly have a guy who LeBron can just pick on late in games because of their offensive ability? Because we're talking about guys like Tyler Hero, Duncan Robinson, and Kendrick Nunn, who are very valuable offensively, but not so much defensively.
I mean, you saw how LeBron treated Tyler Hero on that fast break last night. Like, that's how I treat my little brother when we play Nerf basketball. Like, you just kind of give him a little nudge, get him out of the way. And so but the Heat need the shooters in the game. So you would much rather turn the game into a shootout rather than go bucket for bucket, and because the Heat can't win a battle in the paint.
The Lakers had a 98.6 defensive rating in Game 4. You need every ounce of offense you can squeeze out of this Miami Heat team on the court. But listen, the solution that no one is talking about is you need Jimmy Butler to be LeBron's primary defender. Let's go back in the past, Eddie. 2013, Bulls against the Miami Heat. Jimmy Butler guarded LeBron for 205 minutes in that playoff series. In that series, he held LeBron to 5 less offensive rating points and 12% less as an effective field goal percentage. Jimmy Butler is a legit LeBron James stopper, and we haven't seen that because he's so focused on offense. And I think Jimmy would gladly sacrifice his points if it meant neutralizing the best player on the planet.
Well, both teams from South Beach are going to be looking to get that next advantage and win the Larry O'Brien Trophy. LeBron, 1 win away. Well, that'll do it for this edition of the NBA on Sports Beat. We'll be right back, so don't go anywhere. More Sports Beat coming up next.